Jewel Topsfield and AMILIA ROSA last updated 1708, September 24, 2017. Indonesia's National Disaster Management Agency has urged tourists to continue visiting Bali, saying the resort island is safe, except for the area around Mount Agung, a volcano in eastern Indonesia that could erupt at any time. 300 tremors were recorded in the vicinity of the volcano between midnight and 6 a.m. on Sunday, and white smoke was detected 200 meters above the crater. National Disaster Management Agency spokesman Sutopo Purwonugroho tweeted that, as of Sunday morning, the volcano had not erupted, and there was no volcanic ash. A view of Mount Agung, a volcano on the highest alert level, from Karangasem Regency, on the resort island of Bali, Indonesia. A radius of 9 kilometers and 12 kilometers around the mountain was considered dangerous, but the resort island was otherwise safe. Read more. 240,000 flee imminent Bali volcano eruption. Bali volcano, should I cancel my trip? Villagers are seen in a temporary evacuation center at Manggis village in Karangasem Regency, island of Bali, Indonesia. Mount Agung is 71 kilometers from the tourist hotspot of Kuta. The agency was preparing contingency plans for tourists in Bali in the event any eruption closed Balis International Airport. Bali tourism is safe. Do not spread misleading news that Bali is not safe, because Mount Agung is on the highest alert status. Please come and visit Bali, Sutopo tweeted. A family packs up to go to a temporary evacuation center after authorities raised the alert level for the Mount Agung volcano. He said a photo circulating on social media of a mountain with lava streaming down its side was of Saputan, a volcano in Sulawesi that erupted in 2015, and not Mount Agung. This is causing people to panic, he said. However, he warned that Besaka Temple, the largest and holiest Hindu temple in Bali, and a popular tourist attraction, was within the highest danger zone. The Bali Hindu Association issued a statement saying priests had been evacuated from Besaka, and it urged all Hindus planning to pray at the temple to delay until the conditions were safe. Sutopo said national disaster mitigation agencies were combing the danger zone. Some residents were refusing to evacuate, saying they would only do so when the mountain started to erupt. He applauded the generosity of the Balinese people, who were providing shelter, kitchens, toilets and water for the evacuees. Locals were also providing areas for evacuees' cattle, so they did not have to sell them. Karangasem Regency spokesman Ajid Waskita Sudadiwa said the exclusion area was divided into 3 zones. He said almost all of the 50,000 people who lived in the 6-kilometer zone closest to the crater were believed to have evacuated, although some had stayed behind to look after their cows. However, only a small percentage of those within the outer zone had evacuated, because even though the area was within the 12-kilometer radius, it was considered safe. Diwa said that, as of 8 p.m. on Saturday night, there were more than 20,000 refugees in evacuation centers throughout the area, but this did not include those who were staying with families. We predict the numbers are more than double the official figures we have, he said. Mount Agung last erupted in 1963, killing more than 1,100 people. Many who evacuated went through the 1963 eruption and are still scarred, so they are evacuating, Diwa said. It was when the underground waves stopped moving from side to side and started to thrust upwards that Nyoman Ra's extended family of 11 siblings decided to evacuate. It was like something was pushing from the ground. It was better we evacuate. We didn't want to take the risk, Mr. Ra said. The family live in Sabuti village, 10 kilometers from the summit of Balis' ominously grumbling Mount Agung volcano, and the memory of the 1963 eruption, which killed 1,100 people, is etched in their minds. 500 people died from Ra's mother's village alone. There was a thundering sound when it erupted, then it was completely dark. I couldn't see anything, Nyoman Purna recalls. Ashes covered the air. I ran every few hundred meters and curled up when it blinded my eyes. Purna survived, but her husband found his father dead, hugging 3 of his grandchildren. They were sent to fetch him, but ended up dead with him, Purna says. This time they were taking no chances. Ra was forced to sell his cows half price for 6 million rupiah and $615. There was no much I could do. If I left them up here and something happens, I will lose out completely. The family is now sheltering in a sports center in Klungking, a regency famous for its classical Balinese paintings, mostly depicting Sanskrit epics Mahabharata and Ramayana. Kerna was worried, remembering how the family dug cassava and ate banana trees and grass, sometimes going days without eating after the 1963 eruption. But today's government is very good, she says. We are being treated very well, the kids are given a lot of stuff. Sydney Morning Herald.